Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
For more info.
Howdy, and welcome to the In Wheel Time car talk show. What did you say, Mars?
He just showed up.
All right. Well, from the palatial Sugar Shack Studios, it's the In Wheel Time car talk show.
That was good.
Did you like that?
Yeah, you wrote that.
I did.
Can you spell it?
Palatial. P-A-L-A-C-I-A-L.
Better than me.
Okay. Coming up, Steven Woodard, and we're going to have a spelling contest with him. He's with the Texas Department of Public Safety, also known as State Trooper. Mm-hmm. So, it's
Super Trooper.
She is super. There's a song about that. Mm-hmm. Conrad's going to have the In Wheel Time Car Clinic. We'll also have this week's automotive news. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. King Conrad along. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us. We had a little ball of confusion there for just a moment because we had heard that he wasn't going to be able to join us but apparently he has gotten himself out of the staff meeting. And now joining us, is he there or not?
No, he's not here yet. He's trying to get in here.
I see. Okay, so we're just going to pause for just a second. We'll wait for him. He may or...
There he is.
Oh, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Steve, State Trooper, Texas Department of Public Safety. Hi, Steven.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, we're doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing real good. I tell you, I want to start off the program by saying...
how much you love us?
Yeah, I do. And I'm thankful for you guys. And let me tell you why. So Don, and this is not a cheesy Thanksgiving pun. I'm being serious here.
Okay.
So you reached out to me, some time ago. I want to say, looking back on my records, about 5 years ago, maybe longer. And you asked if I would come in studio and, just kind of share a little safety message. And this was after an incident. Me and you, of course, both were involved in, me, law enforcement side, you, the news media side.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been a part of your family, y'all's family, ever since.
Well,
so
you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank y'all for letting me share our little message. And I think you guys are a huge part in helping keeping Texas safe. All right, enough of the cheesy stuff. I'm done now.
Okay.
Well, hey, I might say something here. You talked about records, and I think a couple of these guys have one.
Yeah. Well, not that I'm aware of yet.
Well, we in Wheel Time love you, Blue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, did you guys know that? So AAA, and we know AAA is an insurance entity, but did you know that these guys are literally tasked to track traveling records? And AAA is telling us, not only for Texas, but across the nation, that for some odd reason, this Thanksgiving is going to be the busiest travel day
ever
in a decade.
Yeah.
How do they get to that?
Well, I think that they're guessing. There's a lot of pent up.
Everybody's been trapped for the last 2 years from COVID.
For that,
they want to get out and do
3
something.
or 4 years, yeah. And get in your car and get on the highway and go visit Aunt Mary wherever she may be. And, the other thing, back in my day, way back when, we had Thursday, Friday off for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We didn't have a whole week. All the kids have the whole week off now. So it leads to an opportunity for everybody to get on the road today or tomorrow and go to Aunt Mary's. Travel 500 miles. You can get there in a day. And
that's true.
And I remember trips kind of like that. As a matter of fact, a couple of them. In particular, going from Wisconsin down to Alabama to visit my Aunt Virginia and my mother's side of the family. And we had a great time. It was good times, and the weather wasn't too bad once we got out of Illinois and
Wisconsin.
Well, obviously Wisconsin, but it was good, and plenty of breaks along the way, and snacks and good times.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, you guys are aware. We just finished. Well, they're in another session now, so some more new laws may be coming on the books. But after the first session, thousands of laws were submitted, and about 300 plus affected traffic. So we had a lot of new laws on the books. One thing that I will say, let me get started. what do y'all think about the whole Jimbo deal? I know this in the sports show, but I just got what's your opinion?
I think he's making out like a king because they're still going to pay him $76 million and he's fired. Fire me for $76 million.
Only a contract that Texas A&M would put out there. $75 million. You know where $75 million could go to help poor people, to buy us cars, sponsor the show?
He's not getting it in a lump sum. He's getting $7.25 million till the year 2031.
Oh,
well,
poor
guy.
That sucked.
So it's all not big one lump sum. And I agree with y'all. It's outrageous.
Are you his agent?
Well, I tell you, Jimbo, nice man. He, we've been dealing with Jimbo since my son was in the 8th grade. Nice guy, but I think he made out on that one. But there was a payout. But I'm gonna tell you something else that's a payout. The electric vehicle. I'm gonna tell you why. So state law just entered into effect, and I had to go back and look at something real quick, and I want to make sure I had the number right. A $400 additional fee for the initial 2-year registration.
Yeah, we knew about that. Yeah, so if you want to register your EV, well, that's because there's no gas tax. There's no gas tax money off of an electric vehicle.
All right, so let's talk about it. So $200 additionally for, good grief, man, $200 each year.
Yeah.
I will tell you. So let's talk about that. What is the gas tax designed for?
Well, it's supposed to be designed for the roads.
Road improvement.
But that's not where it goes.
No, everybody's got their hand in the pie on that one.
Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, they're still going to get their crop on that. I will say this. I am not an electric vehicle fan yet, but I will tell you, we're starting to see some extremely safe features pertaining to those electric vehicles. I don't know where we're going with that, but
I can see you driving.
Traffic stops
I can see you driving a trooper car, an electric trooper car, dude. Nobody would be nobody would be able to beat you. Have you ever driven one? Have you ever been in one?
I have, and it was quite interesting.
Yeah,
I'm just saying to you, look. Listen to me, and Mr. Mars knows where I'm going. The traffic stops on an electric vehicle are almost non-existent. I don't know if it's because of the safety feature. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because the guy's letting the vehicle drive and he's just sitting back. But it's going to be interesting to see here in a couple of years. What I will tell you is the law book has changed several paragraphs up under the, automated motor vehicle. So we'll see where that leads us. One thing that I am happy about, TxDOT now, state law says the TxDOT is now allowed to change speed limits at their leisure pertaining to weather, construction, etc. So this came about. You remember that unfortunate crash in Dallas where all those people were piled up during the actual ice storm?
Yeah. The 635 elevated or whatever.
There you go. So that's when that came in effect. So basically, state legislators said we're going to allow TxDOT to change signs by way of electronic signs. So that electronic sign will take over for the black and white sign, and they can reduce the speed automatically on the dime, which I think that will help as well. Another thing that is on the books. Hey guys, we're getting rid of these paper plates.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
We're getting rid of. And I'm going to tell you something, crew. I'm not being mean or anything. We've been together for a long time, 5 years plus, and I try to shoot it straight. Most of the crimes that are happening in our community from coast to coast are from individuals with paper plates. Now, we changed the feature on the paper plate. We put a QR code on there. So if a trooper, police officer, deputy walks up to a vehicle, they can actually scan the QR code and it'll tell us if the paper plate is in fact true. But you know what? State legislature says, you know what? We're done with them. We're done with the paper plates. We're going to do metal temp tags.
Oh,
now,
wow.
Don, you may have a connection. I don't know how that's going to work. It's not going to come into effect till early 2025. But they're in process of printing. But I don't know how that how that expiration period is going to handle. What are you going to do with that metal plate? So, what are your thoughts on the metal plate? Is it a big deal or is it not?
Well, if you get a metal plate from
the
dealer, I think when your plates come in, you should have to turn that plate
turn
in.
it back in.
Go back.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
So that won't happen.
This one is for Conrad.
You're right.
Conrad, they put this law in the book just for you. No, look, you could not lane. Look, so lane splitting. What is lane splitting?
Driving on the white line.
Driving in both lanes at once.
Yeah.
Particularly for our motorcycle operators.
Yeah.
So we never theoretically had anything on the books for that. I mean, we would just stop a guy for failing to maintain in a single lane. But now the state law is updated, and this program is so bad, Don's leaving. So they updated the actual law book and put lane splitting on the books. So it's most definitely on the books, and it's a violation of the law. But here's the deal. As a trooper, and I've been doing this for a while, if a guy lane splits, how in the world I'm going to catch him?
Yeah.
True.
So it just all boils down to if a crash ensues. A lot of laws implemented for our motorcycle operators. State law says this: for a motorcycle rider, they can have ground effect lighting. The ground effect lighting can only be amber or white, non-flashing. But it doesn't say anything about a passenger or regular vehicle ground effect lighting. So right now, we're still allowed to kind of, diddy up our cars and make them look good with ground effect lighting. But the only individuals that fall up under the umbrella, of course, are motorcycles. Amber or white, non-flashing. What are your thoughts on that?
I've never been a fan of the ground effect lighting. I think in some instances, a lot of people that do it are these people that have these huge lifted trucks, and they're driving down the highway to show off what is under their truck and all the money they spent on the lift kits.
Or whatever color.
But I think it interferes with the drivers around you, because all of a sudden you get this light that, you're trying to figure out what that is because it's unusual. So, it can distract you because you're going to turn your head and look at it.
That's interesting, because that was the topic yesterday on my little radio program in Brenham, the distraction to the newer drivers. So we'll see where we go with that as a state. I will say I do lean on AAA's advice and their stats, and obviously I'm going to be out tomorrow, and then of course I'll be out the day before Thanksgiving, just kind of monitoring, etc. But I want folks to be careful. Yeah. I think this is going to be a really, really good holiday season. There are plans implemented in place, especially for the Houston, Harris County area, to make it a safe shopping season. If you can, especially for people that are shopping in a single formation. It's always best to shop in numbers, but when you're parking your car, try to park in well-lit areas, try to shop in numbers, and if you can, park as close to the door as possible.
And pay attention to your surroundings.
Yeah, pay attention. Put all of the gifts that you're going to buy me, put them in the trunk. And look, make sure, here's the deal, and I've never mentioned this on this program, but I'm going to today. Know and remind your wives, your daughters, your sons, have them remember where they park. If you have to take a picture of the pole and the number, do it, because we want you to get to and from not only the store and your car safely, but back from the store and home safely.
Oh, good idea. Good idea.
What I will say is a lot of folks are taking off this week. Please enjoy the holiday season responsibly. And if you go to the several holiday parties that are going to be offered out to all of us, please make sure you have a designated driver. And if you are going to drink, please be mindful and watch out for that. You should know, what you're able to do. But overall, don't drink and drive.
Amen, brother.
If you're hosting a party, we're asking folks, have more of an option than just alcoholic beverages. If you can have soda pop, or if you can have water or juice on hand, have something else as an option for the drinker and the non-drinker.
Yeah.
And man, I think we all speak together collectively. Let's have a safe holiday season because we need it. We really need it.
I want to back up. You talked about the electric cars. There is a feature. My boss has a Tesla, and I've ridden with him. There's a feature in the Tesla that when you're at a traffic light and it's red, and people get on their phones and they text and all that stuff, but when the light turns green, the car dings. It goes ding. That means the light's green, and you look up and you go. That should be a feature on every car, truck, everything.
Yeah, I got one. It's called the horn button.
It's a very cool feature.
Well, I heard the state legislature passed a law for electric car drivers. They have to have a current license.
Oh,
okay. All right, George.
Sorry.
So let me ask you, how many times a day do you? So you're in a large SUV, right? Whenever you're out.
Well, you know what? They put me in I'm sneaking around now. Now I'm in an unmarked vehicle, where I can kind of be a little sneaky nowadays. So I'm in a regular passenger vehicle and it's unmarked. Okay. And Don, I'm telling you right now, you wouldn't be able to know. You would think it's grandma driving, but when these red and blues come on, then you'll know.
Yeah. Are the red and blues behind the windshield?
But yeah, they're at the top of the windshield and then in the back glass. But here's the deal, guys. It's a 6-cylinder. I ain't catching you.
Well, I was just wondering more or less about how much gas you use a day, and then kind of relate that to an EV, because sooner or later somebody's going to dump an EV on you.
Hey, you never know. All of our fleet as troopers, all 4,000 troops across the state, typically they're all driving around in Tahoes. There are a few Dodge Durangos out there. That's typically for your troops up north, for the 4-wheel drive capabilities. But man, they get some good gas mileage, so that's why we have them.
Hey, Steve, I want to ask you a question that's not related to any of that stuff. You ever thought about becoming a Texas Ranger?
Interestingly, people have asked me that. I'm gonna tell you, Don, I really love what I do. The Rangers, again, they're a huge part of Texas history and law enforcement history. They handle all of our, the white collar crimes, any corrupt politicians. For your small towns like Sealy, or you go to a little small town out west, they don't have a homicide detective. Well, the Ranger helps them out with that. Oh, okay. And it seemed extremely interesting, but I just really love being with the community, getting down and dirty with the community.
Well, let's just face the facts, Steve. You're damn too old now.
All right, you got me.
Yeah, if you're going to do a Ranger thing, you would have had to done that a few years back.
Hey, if Jetter can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. Well, the Texas Ranger is also involved if there's a police shooting somewhere, and they don't have internal affairs and more sophisticated personnel in the police department, then the Texas Rangers step in. I know I've seen them on many a homicide and that sort of thing, but I thought I'd ask because the step clearly is you become a DPS officer and then you move on to become a Texas Ranger. There's a process, and it's not easy. I can tell you that.
Or an in-wheel time bodyguard.
Yeah, there's that.
Hey, there you go. That's it.
So, are you working all week next week?
Yeah, I am. I have a little, my son, he has his little playoff game today here in a few minutes. My oldest son, he's playing at College Station. So my wife, she's up there doing that, and I'm down here with the little one. So, hey, man, once I'm done with this, I'm going to get to work with the family and just try to enjoy the weekend. You know what I mean?
So what's your son's opinion of the Jimbo deal?
Again, he liked Jimbo. He loved Jimbo, but he understands it's business. His choice. It's truly business, and that's just how it is, man.
Well, let me just say this: it's all about recruiting.
Oh yeah.
And you look at what Nick Saban has done. He couldn't do it for the recruiting guys. And they go out, they get these guys, and have built that thing up to unbelievable power. And it's all about recruiting.
It's a machine because it keeps rolling because the recruiting
it does. But, I mean, obviously, being the head coach, he's kind of in charge of all that stuff. So there you go. Just a tip for the next coach up there at Texas A&M. And stupid contract money. Oh, my God. Oh, well, we didn't want him to go to LSU. Well, go to LSU.
I'm going to predict something. I'm going to think it's going to be Coach Woodard.
Coach Woodard. That's it.
Hey, that's like hey, Don, that's just like that coach over there at LSU. They said, hey, man, your job's done. We're going to pay you this amount of money. He said, which door do you want me to walk out of?
Exactly. And that's just it.
It's a money thing.
They said that was the first 10-year contract through a college for a coach. No school's going to ever do that again.
Steve, it's great to talk to you, my friend. Thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate you. We love you. Stay safe, and have a great holiday if we don't talk to you before then.
God bless you.
Hey, I love y'all too, man. I'm thankful for you. Happy Thanksgiving. And fellas, I'll see you on the next one.
All right.
Be safe.
Thank you,
Take
sir.
care. All right. Time now for Conrad's Car Clinic. Before we get to that, I want to remind you, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email anytime. Our address here is info@inwheeltime.com. Conrad's Car Clinic. What are we doing today?
Police cars, kind of interesting segue here.
Yep.
And talk about, what kind of police cars there are. There's the Cruiser, the Interceptor, the black and white patrol car, area cars, prowl cars, squad cars. And they're all vehicles that start as a regular production car and evolve into a police car. Those, ones that people look at that are quite famous are the Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, which is actually a variant of the Ford Crown Victoria. But if you've ever really looked at one, you'll notice that the rear doors are longer on the police one because they use the chassis.
Used to be.
Used to be because they used the chassis of a Lincoln Continental and put the Crown Vic body on top of it, and it gave them more room
They don't
suspects.
accommodate prisoners in the back anymore. Right. No, you get in there and you're all balled up on those plastic seats, hard plastic seats. With
I wouldn't know that.
Cuffs behind you. I've seen the cop car.
Know that.
I've never been there.
No,
actually, I have been. And they weren't hard plastic.
But no, these are hard plastic seats.
And the seat bottom comes out real easy, so if you're dropping something down there, you shouldn't have.
No, it does not. There's nothing to come out.
The Ford started with police cars back in the 30s when they came out with the flathead V8, first mass marketed car, low price, mass marketed. Ford became very popular with police establishments around the country because the car was faster than most everybody else that was out there. And starting in the 40s, most major automobile manufacturers began to manufacture specialized police cars. If you remember, it wasn't too long ago, GM had the PPV, which actually ended up becoming the SS Impala. So some unique things about those vehicles. Steven Woodard was just talking about the Durango. Stellantis had the Charger Pursuit, which is still a popular car. A lot of upgrades to those vehicles were very common. They generally always had an updated cooling system, an upgraded charging system on them. Always had the heavy-duty suspensions, usually had the high-performance engines that were available at the time. So lots of those components that made a police car were available to the public. You just had to know the option codes to order to get that same car. But if you go way back into the 70s and stuff, the police package itself had a lot of extra bracing and stuff if you open the hood. Had a lot of extra bracing in it, just because if it was involved in an impact, they wanted to make sure they were protecting the driver of the vehicle. So the Police Interceptor utility now has become quite popular, which is a version of the Ford Explorer. And if you ever drive behind one, it looks like a Ford Explorer, but the name on the back of it says Interceptor. They're marketing the police cars as well.
And if you want one that's easy to buy, just buy a used one out of the police or the auctions. City auctions.
Right. Mm-hmm. We had that guy on from the auctions.
I know somebody that actually has got one. He drives it every day. It's a black and white. Nothing on the doors. It's just black and white. And of course, they get all.
Flinch.
Everybody flinch. But it's got the beefed up engine, suspension, all the stuff in it.
Cool.
So they always have upgraded tires. Upgraded transmissions. One of the other things that the police departments can order is one key. One key works in every police car of that brand. So if you're driving, everybody's driving Tahoes. Now, I was going to ask Sergeant Woodard this. His key will work in any Tahoe, most likely. And that's just for speed of access for any of the officers. But there are other cars that are out there. There's the unmarked car, which Woodard said he was in. There's the ghost car. dog police, decoy cars, surveillance cars. Here in Houston, one of those, what I'll call ghost cars, is that white Camaro, and it actually has police ghosted into the side of it. And that's just to kind of draw little attention, but still have the police car effect with the lights behind the windshield and behind the rear glass. So, yeah, we're going to do a little bit more on police cars over the next couple of weeks. I think we should.
Yeah, exactly. I got a couple of things here for Jeff at our news stories this week.
All right.
Cadillac said Friday it will reveal the Optic, a new entry-level electric nameplate next year. The brand confirmed the Optic compact crossover will slot below the midsize Lyriq, its first electric vehicle, and serve as the gateway to Cadillac's upcoming all-electric portfolio in North America. GM luxury brand released images of the Optic on Friday and said it would share more details, including features and pricing, when it's formally revealed next year.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna share
if the upcoming $340,000 Cadillac Celestiq feels too pedestrian, Neiman Marcus is offering one for nearly triple that amount. The one-of-one Cadillac Carmen Celestiq is priced at $975,000.
Christmas is coming.
It's the most expensive of 8 fantasy gifts in the 2023 edition of the department store's annual holiday catalog. The buyer and a guest will receive a 2-day trip to watch the car being hand-built at Cadillac's Artisan Center in suburban Detroit.
There you go.
The purchase includes a meeting with brand designers, a tour of Cadillac House on the campus of GM Global Technical Center, private tour of a notable Detroit landmark institution, probably Ford, with a docent or historian, a multi-course dinner from a renowned Detroit chef, and a stay at a luxury boutique hotel.
Wonderful. All for $900,000.
$975,000. Cadillac also will donate $25,000 of the purchase price to the Detroit Opera House. Other Neiman Marcus fantasy gifts include a $510,000 Disney animation experience, a $485,000 yachting treasure hunt through Indonesia, and a $210,000 trip to the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris.
Send your Neiman Marcus gift cards to info@inwheeltime.com.
Quick break now. You're on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
Houston's finest cars are invited to another Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social, Saturday, December 2nd, and you're invited too. Show off your personal pride and joy, or just stop in to see the likes of Lucid, Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari, and more. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your one-stop shop for paint detailing, coatings, window tint, clear bras, and wheel repair. The Car Social is your opportunity to get a tour of this state-of-the-art facility located at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. It all takes place Saturday, December 2nd, 9 to noon. This is the perfect opportunity to connect with other car enthusiasts. From BMWs to Bentleys, Corvettes to McLarens, the Car Social is a different kind of show. Talk to the owners. See Gulf Coast Auto Shield's facility. You'll be amazed. Put it on your calendar now. The Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social, Saturday, December 2nd, 9 to noon at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there, too. We'll see you then.
Hey, Houston! America's greatest hot rod tradition is back! Thanksgiving weekend! The O'Reilly Auto Parts Autorama! At the George R. Brown Convention Center. 4 action-packed days of hot rods, customs, classics, trucks, and performance cars. The ultimate lowrider showcase. Sponsored by Shorty's Hydraulics. See Lone Star Throwdowns, Texas-sized truck spread. And don't miss the traditional rod and custom section. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, see wild, high-flying, freestyle motocross stunt shows. Shop the swap meet and women's world all weekend on the celebrity stage. Presented by Nick's Auto Repair and Classic Car Restoration. Friday, meet AEW Tag Team Superstars, the Lucha Bros. Saturday, it's Noel G. Hector from the Fast and Furious. Sunday, it's Lou Ferrigno, the original Incredible Hulk. The O'Reilly Auto Parts Autorama. November 23rd through 26th at the George R. Brown Convention Center. Discount tickets at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Part of the Summer Racing Equipment Show Car Series. See Autorama.com for more info.
And the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there, too.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts.